Hello students, in this video you are going to learn about Kirchhoff current law and Kirchhoff voltage law, that is KCL and KVL. Kirchhoff current law. So this law also called Kirchhoff's point rule or Kirchhoff's junction rule or nodal rule. So you have to remember. So sometimes in examination they may ask explain Kirchhoff's point rule. So you have to explain KCL. Otherwise Kirchhoff's first rule is also called KCL. So here according to the KCL statement, sum of incoming current to the junction in any network is equal to sum of outgoing current from the junction in any network. So that is the statement of KCL. Sum of incoming current to the junction is equal to sum of outgoing current from the junction in any electrical network. So the KCL is a principle of conservation of electric charge. KCL belongs to conservation of charges. So here according to the KCL statement, here we can write. So here, what are the incoming current, what are the outgoing currents, you assume it. So I2 is the incoming current to the junction, I3 is also incoming current to the junction, and I1 and I4 are outgoing currents. According to KCL statement, I1 plus I4 equal to I2 plus I3. So one more way also we can define KCL. Algebraic sum of all the current at any junction in any electrical network is equal to 0. So here we can write I1 minus I2 minus I3 plus I4 is equal to 0. So this is about KCL. So what is the statement of KCL? According to KCL, sum of incoming current at any junction is equal to sum of outgoing current from the junction in any electrical network at any junction. So sum of incoming currents is equal to sum of outgoing currents also you can write. So okay na? So this is about statement, and you also have to explain about one example. So take example of this one and explain. So I1 and I4 are outgoing currents in the network, I2 and I3 are incoming current to the junction in the network. So according to KCL statement, so I1 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I3 you can write. So this is about KCL and KVL. So Kirchhoff's voltage law. Students, they will do mistakes here. KCL everybody will write, but many students they will do mistakes here. So KCL is also called Kirchhoff's second law. So KCL is first law, KVL. Kirchhoff's voltage law is also called second law. So also called Kirchhoff's loop or mesh rule, and so loop or mesh rule or voltage law. So Kirchhoff's voltage law you can also call, simply you can call it a voltage law. So this belongs to principle of conservation of energy. So conservation of charges is called KCL, conservation of energy is called KVL. So according to KVL statement, algebraic sum of the voltages and algebraic sum of the resistive drops in any closed circuit at any instant is equal to 0. There is a statement. In any algebraic sum of the voltages and algebraic sum of the voltage drops in any closed circuit at any instant is equal to 0. So according to statement, what we can write, V1 here plus minus V1 plus V2 plus V3. So here current direction you take like this. So current entering to the resistor you can consider a plus, current leaving from the resistor you can consider a minus. So we take first notation, V1 will be positive, V2 will be positive, V3 will be positive. Here coming to the DA branch, so here minus is there, minus VD is equal to 0. Algebraic sum of the voltage drops plus algebraic sum of the voltages in any closed circuit is equal to 0 at any instant. So this is about KVL. So we'll once again we will revise this KCL and KVL. So according to KCL statement is algebraic sum of incoming current in a junction is equal to sum of outgoing current from the junction in any electrical network. You can also simply you can state that sum of incoming currents is equal to sum of outgoing current at any junction in any network. So KCL is a conservation of charges, principle of conservation of charges. So they called charges according to charges. KCL is states. So this diagram you have to draw. So you take 4 branches network. So I1 is current flowing one branch, I2 is current flowing another branch, I1, I2, I3, IR are current flowing in this circuit. So I1 and I4 are outgoing currents, I2 and I3 are incoming currents. According to I1 plus I4 is equal to I2 plus I3. So next one, KVL state that KVL is a Kirchhoff's second law or mesh rule or loop rule. So according to the KVL, so it is a principle of conservation of energy. So principle of charges is called KCL, principle of energy is called KVL. According to this statement, algebraic sum of voltage drops and algebraic sum of the voltages in any closed circuit is equal to 0 at any instant of time. So algebraic sum of the voltage drops, here drops are across the resistors R1, R2, R3 resistors are V1, V2, V3, V1 plus V2 plus V3 minus voltages minus VD or minus V4 is equal to 0. So this is about KCL and KVL statements. So prepare well these statements, and also you have to explain about example as one example you have to take and you have to explain. So for KCL one example, for KVL example. So this question will be asked for 6 marks or 8 marks. Both you have to write, both with examples you have to explain. Okay. In next class, in next video, we will discuss about problems on DC circuits. So problems also very important, equally important to the to three questions. So majority they will ask problems from this module. So problems we will discuss in the next video. Okay, thank you everyone.